All right, Big Dog 100.9. That is Machine Head and Bush. We're having too much fun here. It's 8 minutes after 4. I'm James Cormier, and I wanted to introduce our guest like this.
Welcome to TV with TV's Jonathan Torrens. Why, I'm TV's Jonathan Torrens, but please, call me TV's Jonathan.
There you go. That was from TV with TV's Jonathan Torrens. This is Jonathan Torrens, and from Eastlink TV, Scott Squires, everyone.
James Cormier, how are you, sir? Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I got that off of YouTube, as you can tell.
You're the mystery third viewer who's downloaded that clip from YouTube. It's nice to finally put a face to you.
It was good. Good times. Good times. Actually, I enjoy your streeters from TV's with TV's Jonathan.
Oh, no way.
The best part, I find the best part of that show, aside from it starring Jonathan Torrens, is the streeters. Your streeters are really, really well done.
You know, it's funny. Some of the questions that we come up with to ask people on the street that we think, well, this is so funny because it's silly and it's a no-brainer. Like 60 Minutes 2 is a spin-off of which popular television show? Those are the ones that ended up stumping people in ways you cannot imagine. So you'll say 60 Minutes 2 is a spin-off of which show? And they'll say, I don't know, Murphy Brown. Wow, really? Doesn't leave you with a lot of faith in the people.
Is Candace Bergen in that? Jonathan's here for a reason. Scott's here for a reason. We're going to get to all that. It's 10 minutes after 4. And the reason why is you're going to do a good thing. And we'll get to that. I don't want to burn everything too early here. You know what? Let's start. All right. You're getting food for the Colchester Food Bank.
Yes.
Films for Food. We've been talking about it a little while here. Tell everybody the idea.
Well, you've been talking about it for a little while the past few days, and I really appreciate it. I want to say first and foremost, because this was a tiny little idea. It was the size of a sea monkey when I had it about a month ago.
I love sea monkeys.
A few years ago, except this idea didn't do backflips and have a crown on.
That's right.
A few years ago, I was working on a show for the Travel Channel in the States, and we went to this place called Zeum in San Francisco. It's a museum, multimedia for kids, very hands-on. And on this day that I was there were kids from the Boys and Girls Club of Oakland. And the idea is they come in, they write little scripts, they go through wardrobe and put on costumes, they shoot it in front of green screen, and they leave with a DVD of a movie that wouldn't exist if they hadn't come up with the idea.
That's cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So dissolved to, because it suggests the passage of time, now 3 years later, my sister-in-law, Donna McLeod, is a grade 3 teacher at Valley Elementary. And just as over a Sunday dinner conversation, I was saying, so normally in your English curriculum for a grade 3 student, what would you do? Right. And she said, well, we'd write short stories, kind of a narrative short story. Right. So I thought, well, what if you wrote scripts? And then I could call in some favors from industry folks, wardrobe and props people and camera people and sound people, and we'd shoot them. With really no idea beyond that. Right. And she said, well, that would be great, but could we do it for all the grade 3s at Valley Elementary, including my colleague Shannon Thiessen's class? And I said, sure, not really knowing what we were getting into. And in the interest of not wanting to limit people's imaginations, we thought if we shoot them against green screen, it can happen anywhere you guys, being the kids, want it to happen. Okay. So the whole thing's kind of snowballed. How much time do I have left? Should I wrap it up?
You're good.
So the whole thing kind of snowballed. The first challenge was, where are we going to shoot it? And so I approached Scott Squires, who's sitting beside me here at Eastlink TV in Truro. They had the facility. Scott recognized what he thought was a good idea and jumped right on board and has been very kind and gracious with offering us pretty much whatever we want at this facility in Truro. Right. Then I thought it'd be really cool if once we had these movies, we could have a red carpet gala premiere screening. So I called Daryl McIsaac at the Empire Theaters here and said, would there be any way you could donate a theater? And he was like, that sounds great. It's for the community. Right. What a thrill for these kids. Let's do it.
Daryl's a good cat.
Good cat. Yeah. And so then we thought, well, if people are going to come and they're going to pay, it's going to be around Christmas time. Wouldn't it be nice if that money went somewhere? Right. And so we thought Colchester Food Bank, they work with the index families in town. Exactly. So now suddenly this Films for Food project, I am a little reluctant to say first annual out loud because it suggests we're doing it again. Yeah. But the first annual Films for Food thing has really taken off. And the last piece of the puzzle has been you in it specifically and Big Dog in general talking it up over the past few days. So I'm delighted to say we've now added a second theater to this gala screening on Monday night, December 6th at 6 o'clock. Yeah. In lieu of ticket sales, people can pay what they can donation for the Colchester County Food Bank or a non-perishable food item. And all the proceeds, thanks to Daryl and Scott and you, are going to benefit the Colchester County Food Bank.
When I first heard the idea, it was like, this has the opportunity to be the funniest thing ever. So I thought it was a great idea, and of course we're all over it when it's for the community. This is what we're going to do. It's 4:13. We're going to take a break. On the other side of the break, Jonathan's going to let you in on what the weather's going to be. Then we'll play a song, and then we're going to hear from Scott, and then we'll still do the afternoon dog collar. So stay tuned.